that that ventricle is not depolarized by the specialized conduction system. It has to get the impulse from the other ventricle which has got the intact bundle through the muscle which is conducting at the speed of 0.5 meters per second. That's why the QRS is delayed and QRS gets widened. So in other concept you have to understand is, in a normal ventricular depolarization, the right and left ventricle are depolarized simultaneously. Whereas in bundle branch block, or when a specialized conduction to the system, a particular ventricle is blocked, what happens is the ventricle to which there is intact bundle will be activated earlier. The ventricle which has got the blocked bundle will be activated later through the impulse coming from the intact bundle ventricle to the ventricle for which the bundle is blocked. So in a bundle branch block, the first thing we have to understand is, for one ventricle the specialized conduction system is blocked, and second thing is these ventricles are not depolarized simultaneously, and to the ventricle for which the bundle is blocked, getting an impulse slowly through the muscle from the ventricle which has got the intact bundle. So these are the concepts we have to understand before we understand the bundle branch block. So once again, number of times I will show you the slide so that if you forget you can recollect, because without understanding the normals we can never understand the abnormals. So many times we are all experts in abnormals but we do not know the normals. So this is a normal ventricular depolarization to understand the bundle branch block. As I have asked in one of the questions, the first area to be activated in the ventricle is the interventricular septum, which is activated by the left bundle, and this ventricular septal activation is happening from left to right, resulting in a small initial positivity in V1 and small initial negativity in V5, V6. Then, as I told you, in a normal intact conduction system, the right and left ventricles are depolarized simultaneously. Because of the bigger muscle mass, the net vector is going towards left, resulting in tall positivity in V5, V6 and deep negativity in V1, but the QRS duration remains within 0.08 seconds, which is 2 small squares horizontally. So that's what happened in a normal ventricular depolarization. So this is what happens in a normal ventricular depolarization. So the vector number 1 is septal activation going from the left to right. Then vector number 2 is a dominant left ventricular vector which is going towards the left. So that's why the V5, V6 will show initial small Q wave. It is a septal activation going to go away from it, and terminal R wave, which is the depolarization